Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'll be showing you how to create a scenario in Age of Mythology Titans for beginners. The scenario will be very easy to create. It's for beginners, so there will be no cinematics and that, but it will be a great scenario. So here, let's start. The first thing you should do is to click File, New, and create the map type you want. So there is many map type. If you want to create a custom map, you can select blank and decorate it. But if you want an already made map, at least you can know them from the random map. These are maps from the random map. If you want to select them, select a map already for you. Here there is the seed. The seed act like Minecraft seed. Every seed create a type of map. If you know a seed, the map will be the same, and the gold mine and the trees will be in the same spot if you select the same seed. Here's the number of player, how many player you want to start in the game. There can be up to 8 players, and you can select the size of the map. There is normal and large, and you can start under a debugger. Now I'll make an already made map. So I select Erebus, that's good, and I'll make it large, and for 4 players. And now it generates the map Erebus for you itself. So let's do something else now. In the file section, we don't have to do anything. We can just save the map if you want. So I'll save it test. Now we can start editing. So we go onto the player data. If you want to change your player name, you can change it. So I change my name and I name myself RTS Gamer, and the player 2 I name it whatever, Kamos, and the player 3 Campset, whatever, doesn't really matter. And the player 4 an ally for me, perhaps Ajax, whatever, doesn't really matter. Here are the control. If you want to give an enemy the artificial intelligence, like he acts from himself, you go here, player data, and I want this enemy to act. You go here on AI, artificial intelligence, and you select I want default AI, and you do the same thing with all the players. You want to give them an artificial intelligence AI, and me I don't want, so I select here human. You can give how many food and wood and gold you want to give a player. So I'll give myself 400 and 400, whatever, doesn't really matter. 400, and you can give how many population you want a player to start with. So I give 30 populations, doesn't really matter. Here's the scenario data, how many players you want, and there is the string ID. It helps for the map. The bonus population, how many population you can allow maximum, and the population limit is how maximum you can reach the population. So the population can reach 300 in this map. Use victory condition allows like if you want players to win from wonders or from town centers, if they get all the town centers, you click use victory condition. If you want another victory condition, like you want, for example, if you destroy Galgarensis or Kamos, if you kill him, you want him to win, so you can unselect this and you can create your own victory condition. That's all here. The scenario summary shows you what you have in your scenario. So there is world info, map dimension, average elevation, highest point, everything you want to know. Player info, like how many resources they have, how much resources they have, sorry, and their major god and whatever. And the misc info shows how many food there is available, how many wood, how many gold, and etc. So that's all for the scenario summary. Playtest scenario allow you to test the scenario, so that doesn't really matter for now. Objectives. You can create here the objectives of the game, like the title, test. The title is the name of your level. Goal: destroy all enemies. Town center. Objective: destroy your enemies town center. The hint: whatever you give them a hint. For example, your enemies will mostly attack with cavalry, for example, or with infantry, because they're Zeus, I think. No, they're Isis and Ra. So they're mostly attack with infantry because Egyptians don't have cavalry. Yeah, and so train counter attack unit to infantry. Yeah, so you can create whatever objective you want and in any language you want. The spotlight picture, you can use a picture from the saves in Age of Mythology, or you can create your own. I'll use picture spotlight 15 or spotlight 14. It's the spotlight of the level 11, and it's about Egyptian villagers. Yeah, I think Egyptian villager, and you create whatever you want about them. And yeah, we have finished the objective section. Now we'll go to forbidden units. In the forbidden unit section, you can select whatever unit you don't want the player can't create. For example, I can't create military academy, or I can't advance to the heroic age, so I can't create a market, or whatever you want. And you can do this for the player too if you want. Yeah, so that's all about forbidden unit. Diplomacy allows you to choose if you want the player to be an ally, an enemy, or a neutral. I choose the player me and the player 4 are allies, and the player 3 and player 2 are allies. So that's all we'll do. That's all for the scenario. The word, you can select the lightning. I select down to make it dark. Whatever. Map size, you can make the map more bigger if you add something here. You can even add negative numbers with minus. Map elevation, you can make the map more higher if you want, so I really don't care about that. Paint terrain, you can use these things. It's like the same options here. So you want to add grass, for example. There's no point here, but whatever. You want to add water in place of the lava, you can. Yeah, so you can add many things here. You can add forest if you want. And here's the place object settings. It's the same here and here. And you can place whatever. You want me to start perhaps with Arcanthus? I can. There's Arcanthus hero. So I can start with Arcanthus if I want. I can start with some extra hoplite if I want. But you cannot upgrade them. The upgrade function is something in the trigger. In the advanced, I'll be going with more triggers. In the beginner, I'll do some a little bit of triggers to not make it very complex. So here we have arrived with the triggers section. I won't make cinematic in this tutorial because I'll make it in the advanced one. So here is the beginner one. I only make a trigger for upgrading my units. So if I want champion soldiers, I'll make a trigger for it. For example, I want to start with champion soldiers. We'll do that, and if I want the objectives, you must do a trigger. So I'll do a trigger for both of these things. You go here, the trigger, or from here, it doesn't matter. You click here, insert, so it will insert a trigger. Here is the condition, you leave it always. In the effect settings, you click objective, and now the objective will appear when you are playing. I'll test this level after I finish to show you that it appears. And if you didn't select that, it doesn't appear. You can try it yourself if you want. And if I want to add touch, like if I want to make my soldier champion, you go here and you click S, and there is set touch status. I want my soldier to become champion, so I'll go here. First thing I want to do is to make them medium, because if you make them only champion, it will let you research only the champion one, so they'll be as good as a medium soldier. So you need to make before medium, heavy, and then champion. So I'll go here, medium infantry, then I'll click set touch status, heavy infantry, and after set touch status, you can select whatever player you want and whatever status you want on obtainable, available, researching, active, persistent. There is a slight difference between them. Only all obtainable and obtainable there is a difference, and all of them available. This means that you can research it. Researching, that means that in this time it will make the touch be researched. There is active, like it is already in this game, and persistent, it's like active. That persistent means that you cannot remove it. So now I've finished everything, and I'll test the scenario now. So I'll go on. I put a scout here to show you that they are working. And here, let's test the scenario. You must wait a little while for the objective to appear, but it will appear. Yeah. So here we have the objective. Task: destroy all your enemies from center. Your enemies attack with infantry. Yeah, and we have the spotlight with the image, and our infantry are champion. Perhaps I only put the artificial intelligence to Camus. Yeah, I put it only to Camus. So I think they are working because they sent me a message. So yeah, I only put it to Camus. I should have put it to the others. So yeah, this level is functioning correctly. Apart from I have forgot to put artificial intelligence to others. But doesn't matter, you put in the same way that I put to Camus. So yeah guys, that's all I need to show you in this video. Hope it was helpful. I really want you to create a scenario. And if you create, please comment it for me to let me know that my tutorial was helpful and you created a well scenario. And I'll do another part, how to create a scenario advanced, and it will have cinematics and everything you want in this scenario. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.